Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Cosmos Atom. Already on the 9th of November I made a video where we broke through key support and told you this is not really the place where I personally would like to be long, because we came already very close to the previous low, indicating that we probably finished here our move to the upside and that we are coming down. And there's two key ways of how this can be counted from an elite wave point of view, but the general view would be that either way we haven't seen the lows yet, okay? And the reason for that is the following. So my first interpretation would be that we have here a 5-wave structure up. So this was a wave 1. Take the 5 waves out. That we have a wave 1. And that in this wave 1 we have a truncated 5th wave, unfortunately. So that means that we did not, due to the price pressure to the downside, we were not able to push higher than the 3rd wave. Yeah, so this would be one interpretation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, truncated wave. I could even count it a little bit different, and I'm going to show you the alternative wave count in a minute. But this is a truncated wave structure, which is not attractive. It just means that this is not an ideal wave pattern anymore. It never was. You know, remember I talked about this is a messy price structure, but it was something to look at and something, or a coin that really delivered nicely in the first, you know, few weeks and months after June. But it failed miserably, like many other coins as well, due to the FTX issues. So we are now coming down actually quite impulsively. That we are coming down so much would suggest either, let me show you, that this here was a wave A, this here is a B, and we're coming down in C still. So that's a possibility. In that scenario, we definitely should hold above $7.70. If we don't, then I will go full bear mode on this one, because this is really the last possibility where it should really turn around. And then we would have here a first wave. This here is the wave 2, and it should move up in the 3rd wave. But let me tell you straight away, this is not a coin that I'm going to go long on anymore. Not with this price structure. There's other coins that look much better. Yeah, so yes, there is some bullish potential here, but this is not a coin I would touch, just because of the truncated wave. Doesn't give me a good feeling. Yeah, and the move down is quite impulsive as well, so I would want to wait until things have settled, or until I have a clear impulse to the upside. But this has sort of destroyed the credibility of this chart. Not saying it couldn't move up, you know, unlikely on surprises happen all the time. But again, we are looking for coins that show a reliable wave pattern, that show a good wave pattern. A few that did have now been destroyed, I would really like to say, but Ethereum, for example, is still holding really well and is among of the, you know, one of the best ones, together with Matic and Quant still. But they all suffered. Yeah, so this is the first scenario. We need to hold $7.70. So this is sort of the last chance for the bulls. The other scenario, which is also not much better, is that we would say, okay, we had here a wave 5. So the wave 1 was actually here. Leads to a similar outcome. It would, however, just move the invalidation point a bit higher. So we would then say it shouldn't really drop below 9.97. But it doesn't make a great difference. Also here it's not much more reliable, because also here we have a truncated wave 5. So but then we would be in the wave 2, and we then say, okay, we've seen a wave A, we've seen a wave B, and we're now coming down in wave C. A, B, C. Again, both are rather points that where I think, you know, of course we could have already found a little, of course we could be reversing, yeah, and maybe that was already the wave C to the downside and we're already reversing. But even then, if we are reversing due to the let's say the unreliable wave pattern, the structure, the higher level wave structure, which is unreliable, this is not great. I mean, this actually is a 5-wave move up. That's not too bad, but it doesn't necessarily mean we go full bullish here. Of course, this can be traded, but even if this is an impulse now, this could just be, for example, an A wave of a larger B wave. A, B, C. And that's why in elite wave, context is so important. And the context here is just that it's not great anymore. It's not good anymore. You know, we've made a new low where we shouldn't have, and this just reduces the credibility of this chart, to be very honest, right? So yeah, of course we can go higher here. This is actually a 5-wave move up, but again, it could only be the A wave of a larger B wave. So in that we have within the B wave, A, B, C, which you have, right, in an ABC pattern. So something like that. And then we come down in C. But even in this B wave, we shouldn't come down much lower than the $10 level, $10, yeah, 78.6% retrace. If we get below that level, it indicates we're coming down straight away. On the flip side, a move above the A wave high, which is here at around $12.46, would probably unlock prices, I would say first, sort of into this resistance area around $13.35, and then maybe even all the way up to 16, but that would be quite high for a wave B. Then we need to reassess the assumptions. We can also calculate a target for a C wave, the 1-to-1 ratio. I don't know if this wave B is finished now, we don't really have a signal, but we're talking here about the 1-to-1 ratio between waves A and C. Then we've got $13.92. That pretty much takes us just above this resistance area there, but one key target would be the 1-to-1 ratio at $13.92, and the other target would actually take us, yeah, to that high at around $16. When do you know that we have a chance to move up short term? Well, it would be if we break above this channel. There's a bit of a channel or even a descending wedge going on. So keep an eye on that channel. That the break of that would be like the first signal that things are changing. So you might want to consider this actually a bull flag, but we don't have an evidence of it breaking out to the upside yet. So yeah, you should now have learned and know all the key levels that are of relevancy on the chart. You should know that this chart has suffered and that it's not as reliable as it was. It never was 100% reliable. The first issues we had here with it dropping below the support box, not substantially, but it did. And all of these things added together just show a bit of weakness in the chart. And it's just something that I would personally avoid at the moment, not necessarily be long on. Of course, it can be traded. If you trade it, know what you're doing, set your stop losses. But yeah. Okay, this is my update about Atom, Cosmos Atom. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.